Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 7th grade concept of circumference and area of circles. This is standard 7.9b in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 18 of the Redesign Practice Online STAAR Test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have the bottom of a circular pan has a diameter of 14 inches, and we need to find the measurement that's closest to the area of the bottom of the pan in square inches. All right, so let's open up our references chart first to see what they have in regards to area, because we're looking for the area of a circle. And so you see in towards the bottom there, you see that area section, and then it says circle. So A equals pi r squared. All right, so we need to keep that in mind. That is all we have. A equals pi r squared. Let's open up our graph draw feature, and I'm going to write that for us real quick. A equals pi r squared. That's the area of a circle. So the bottom of a circular pan. All right, so let's go ahead and draw our circle. Let's pretend this is circular. It's going to be close enough. So circles have a center in which everything is equidistant. Now here's where it gets interesting. They don't label anything for us here. So we need to know several things about this. First, if we're looking for this radius is going to be a ray from the center out to the edge. It could be in any direction because they're all equidistant, right? So that's my radius. But they actually don't give us the radius in this problem. Look what they give us. They actually give us the diameter. So what is the diameter? Well, the diameter is a line segment right there that passes through the center, and it goes from side to side. And so they're not even necessarily giving us the radius that we need, but we actually, if you take this radius and you kind of put it right there, you're like, oh, that radius is half the diameter, right? So radius equals the diameter cut in half, or sometimes you can write it like this, half the diameter. Dividing by 2, multiplying by 1/2, same thing. So let's take our diameter of 14 inches, okay, and we're going to cut that in half. So there we go, 7 inches. All right, so our radius here is, I'll label that 7 inches, which means the diameter is 14, right? Because you've got this right here is 7, if you really want to look at it. And then this right here is 7. So whenever you get your radius, you can find your diameter and vice versa. And so we're looking for the area. So the area is literally the space inside, and you see I've got these little cubes, right? These little squares on my screen. So how many of these squares would it take? Assuming each of these squares were 1 inch, right? So these squares are not necessarily 1 inch, but if I were to draw this proportionally, how many squares would it take to fill in that entire thing? Well, I need to go back to this right here. Area equals pi r squared. And so let's fill that out. Area equals, well, that pi doesn't really help us, so we're going to use the equivalent here. So pi is about, so I'm going to do wavy lines there, 3.14, or about 22/7. So 3.14 times my diameter, my radius, which is 7 squared. So we need to take over exponent first. So the squared is going to be 7 times 7, not 7 times 2, that's 49. So there we go. I need to do my 3.14 times 49, and I've got it. So that's 36, that's 9, that's 12, 27, 28, 16, that's 5, that's 12. Let's add that up. 6, 8, 153.86. My answer is B.